Happy Sunday. Sometimes Sundays aren't that happy, but I start this broadcast every Sunday with Happy Sunday. And this time I wanted to ask you, what if your Sunday isn't going so well? So when I say Happy Sunday, this is your style appetizer for the week. Somewhere in the back of my heart, I'm always thinking, what if this catches someone on a not so happy day? Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Sometimes they're not so happy. And what happens when it's not happy? That's what I'm here to talk about today. And why is that? Because as you know, everything in Liana's world is from the inside out. There are days, and lately they've been more than others, where I wake up and one eye is smiling and one eye is not. One eye is crying. There's a tear and there's a smile, all happening at the same time. And the reason why I wanted to share that with all of you is because we don't talk enough about, or we don't presence enough the not so great. You always hear me talk about the greatness and seek your sister's greatness rather than her guilt. And you always hear me talk about shining a light on that, which is great. You know, be proud of your assets, not ashamed of your flaws. However, feeling sad is not a flaw. It's not my hips are too big, or my nose is crooked, or I'm not beautiful, or I don't have a boyfriend, or it's not like that. It's that there are feelings that we don't want to feel, and feelings are healing. And my question to all of us is there a space where you feel so safe and comfortable that you can walk into sharing, I'm sad, sharing, I feel, this is how I feel. So the other day I felt really broken, like broken. And now that I'm talking about it, there's another tear that's showing up. And when I say broken, that's really what I mean. Because there are moments in our lives where we feel broken. And then the question becomes, who do we go to? Because most of us, or many of us, don't have a community to go to. I'm grateful that I do. And I realized at a young point in my life that I didn't have a community to go to. So I decided to create one. I decided to create it because the Course in Miracles says whatever is missing in any situation is something that I'm not bringing. And I really hold that to heart. And so I decided, you know what, if I don't have it and I need it, then I should build it. Just like I do with clothes, just like I do with scarves, just like I do with flowers and paintings and food and art. I don't mean to diminish these tears that are here right now. And I would like to get this message across to you. So tears are here. They're not diminished, and I'm not pushing them away. They're still here, and they have just landed on my cheeks, around my fingertips. Acknowledge the sadness. Feelings are healing. And when there's something missing and you don't have it, I invite you to come to us, come to me. We have a beautiful community of women who've all been through their own ups and downs. We've all been through the difficult and the tumultuous and the cauldrons of living And what I can tell you is that it came to pass. It didn't come to stay. This too shall pass. And often in the midst of the breakdown, we cannot see the blessing. And I promise you, at 64, I'm here to tell you that there's a blessing in all of it. Gam zehatova, as we say in Hebrew. Even this is good. And this is also good. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And in the moment that it's occurring, when we feel so alone and we feel like there's no place that we can reach into the heavens, the earth, the angels to your left, angels to your right, we don't see it in that moment because we become so myopic in our pain and in our sadness. And then what's even worse is that we try to push it away. Pain is a possibility. I promise you. I know that often when it's happening, we don't feel it that way. Whether it's the pain of you looking inside your closet and not having anything to wear, or whether it's the pain of having difficulty in a relationship, or having difficulty with your children or your husband or your boss, or a project, the being with it, the being with the pain and being with the tears, and bringing that into a community of others who have experienced it, have been past it, have other reflections on it, is so powerful. And I want you to know, as you're watching this, that there is a space here, which I created from a wound. I didn't create it from a scar. I created it in the moment that it was going on. And as it was going on, and I cherished the beingness of it, and I realized, oh my God, this can be a possible point of less pain. So everything about image therapy, the connection to the other women, the learning, the experiential piece, the clothing piece, my ass is too big piece, all of it is about giving you a place to unload your pain and grow. And you are always invited. You're always invited into my heart. You're always invited into the joy and the possibility and the expansion and the greatness of living. Because sometimes we forget. Even I do. And that's when we all get together and we're here to remind one another. So now go into your closet and play. And if you like, send me a video because I want to hear how you're doing. Thank you for letting me share my joy and my gratitude and my tears with all of you. And tell me which corner of the universe you're lighting up today. And if you're not having a happy Sunday, it's okay. This too shall pass. There's a lot of love here for you. Please remember that. I'll see you next week. Bye.